Good evening, everyone. We had like a lot of fantastic talk throughout the day. This is the last one you have to bear with. So let's get started. So today I'm going to talk about purpose-built platform as service we built at Scapia for internal apps deployment. And this platform is pretty much used by anyone in organization, including engineers, but it has been purpose-built, keeping the non-tech employees and vibe coders in the mind. So with the current state of like LLM advancement, AI had made building apps very easy, but deploying them to production in secure and compliant manner, and at the same time, like if once you deploy, then only you can distribute and make it useful for organization, is still hard. So let's take like bit of uh, like LLM's history. November 2020 is when the ChatGPT launched, but until December 2025, LLM like capability progressed like bit sequentially, and suddenly like there were like jump in like LLM's capability in terms of like code generation. So that kept until December 2025 the coding agent limited to engineers for like initially for like autocompletes and then code test generation and all these things. But with the launch of Opus 4.7 and GPT, I think 4. Not 4.7, 4.5 and GPT 5.1, LLM capability in terms of code generation significantly got better, and it could like single shot greenfield apps pretty much which with like less like bit of iterations, and like you can take bit of help again from the LLM to correct your bugs if you want once you test it. But it could like reasonably build the apps with fairly good accuracy uh, in non-customer path. When I like one thing I clearly want to differentiate between like this is what when I mean this might offend a few people that like LLM can single shot apps and those things. When I mean single shot apps, if it is not in user path or in critical system, probably you can trust LLM to generate the app and just test it as like black box, and it will work and it can be safe for the usage. So the same time around Jan 2026, we made like a strategic priority for company to be like AI first. And when I say AI first is like not meaning like using existing AI tools, just use existing AI tools, but actually using coding agent to build the tools which can help you like either you improve your like personal productivity or automate any manual operational workflows, or even build some new capability which benefits organization or customers. So how did we did this is like we had a like we formalized the structural program where every non-engineering employee is onboarded to the like coding agents like Claude Code. Like we use the Claude Code predominantly, and now this program runs every week as well as like new people joins. Everyone goes through this boot camp which happens weekly, and they gets onboarded on the coding agents, and everyone has access to coding agents and like tokens. I mean we say unlimited tokens, as like you can request as much tokens you want. So let's take a case study. So Sam is like product manager at Scapia, and he works on the offers and pricing and promotion platform. He works very closely with category teams, uh, and which manages the offer for like offer as per like their business rule and margins and all these things. And they have been requesting Sam to get the self-serve offer management tool built from engineers, so that their job is like gets easier, or they don't there are no delays in like configuring the offer or changing the offer or taking down the offer. So currently all of this workflow currently goes through engineering does some backend changes to like backend changes through API or like direct database configurations to make offer live, or even if you have to change the offer construct, increase the budget, this is the workflow. But the engineering is not able to prioritize this portal, because engineering has like already have business priorities which we need to serve. So now Sam with like this new superpower at his fingertip, builds this self-serve offer management portal pretty much in few hours with few iterations. And let's see, like, I mean, what he has built. So this looks like something like this, which runs on his local host 3000 port. Like, I mean, again, like, I mean, this has been like ran by the agent itself. So which can do like create new offer, increase the budget for new like existing offer, take down the offer, and you can see the best performing offer. So whatever his need he has expressed, and he has got it built. So now there's like not just Sam, like everyone has gone through this boot camp, and now vibe has shifted at work. Everyone is like talking about, and you might have experienced it, like your organization as well, is like everyone is talking about what are the cool things they have built over the weekend, and like how it easy to build in like very few hours, and you don't have to worry about, you don't have to know any technicals, and you can build anything. Is That's the vibe had like at that point in time. So Sam flexes the offer management engine he has built and show it to the category team. So now category team want to use it. They find it like useful, and they feel like it solves their problem that they have been looking for a long period of time. So they ask like, please share this tool. We'll start using from today itself. So Sam slacks this portal, which is like HTTP localhost 3000. And as you know, like I believe like most of people here are technical, it is not going to work. And like the category team tells like it is not working. Now Sam is confused like why it is not working. It is working on my machine. Why it is not working on your machine? And what do you do when you are confused and you don't know the answers? Like you go to ChatGPT and you ask the question like why it is not working. And the ChatGPT answers, which is like giving like 2-3 options, like do this, XYZ, like in this case, like SSH, Docker, NPM. None of these steps are like understandable by the Sam. He's a product manager, have never coded in his life, but build something with the coding agent. So he takes the third option, which is ask SRE to do it for you. Now he goes to SRE, and SRE is like busy with like his own work, and SRE has to now serve like not just this SAM, like but all the SAMs in the organization and deploy apps for them. And for the SRE also, it's like sequential step one by one, because there's infrastructure which is built for deployment is for the production services and the engineers, and it has its own life cycle, and they have even made it self-serve through like deployment script for the engineers. But this is a completely different kind of workflow. So now let's check. Like, I mean, we thought this is a big problem and SRE, and this thing is becoming bottleneck. So even let's say everyone builds with AI and like moves fast, it is like at stopping at one point where like that's the bottleneck. And as we know, like throughput of any system is like the throughput of the lowest component in that system. So in this case, SRE bandwidth became the bottleneck. So let's go and check like what we have built and how it helps Sam. So literally what like we say is like if you can build in hours, you can deploy in minutes, and we'll see how can we deploy in minutes. So this is the console for this tool looks like. And if you are coming for first time, like you can have a platform guide to guide it yourself. So we wanted to have it as a self-serve for the non-tech employees as well. So that's the way like we put the guide. So signing up to the platform is like pretty simple. You have to just enter your email ID, and it sends you OTP on email, which I'm entering now. Okay. So this is how console looks, and like pretty much we have like tried to be like just like flow such way that like it takes you to like just deploying the app, like no like intermediate screen. So in direct first screen is like create your app. So you can name your app like app, in this case like so offer 5. I'm naming it like this can be anything. Now comes to very interesting point. Now this is the port. So as a Sam as a product manager, like what is the port? I don't know what is the port. Okay, but I have to accept the port. Platform has to accept the port from the person, because platform cannot assume that application is running on particular port. So what we have done is like wherever there's a technical jargon which we feel like no, like the non-tech person cannot understand, we have given custom instruction on the prompt, which you can just copy and post into the Claude Code, and Claude Code will tell. So this has like almost works all the time. So people, like, I mean, the employees are able to find out what are the ports on which applications are running. In this case, I know, so I am like just saving time, not like putting that prompt in the Claude Code. So this is where like your app is created, and the first you see is like deploy the zip, which is like application deployment. And if you need a database, you can request for the database on the single click, and it will show you the details of the database, and your credential will be shared to your email ID. You can reset password, you can delete database if you don't need it, you can recreate as many as time you want. And this is the part, let's say deploy zip. Now zip is like pretty much understood by everyone, but how do like I create the zip again is the question. So at this point also we have created a custom prompt which you can give it to the Claude Code or like any coding agent, which has like enough context how we are going to deploy without you reading it, post it, but like it has the details of how we are going to deploy this app, so that it generates the zip. And like, I mean, for the technical audience, like it nothing but tells Claude Code to how to package entire app as a Docker container. I not even build it, like just like create a Docker file, and along with the code, package everything. So I'm again saving the time and not putting that prompt. Okay. So I have pre-built like the same app which Sam has shown. I'm just deploying it. And if you deploy it, you can see it is getting deployed. Now it is deployed. You can check the apps log here. So it is live with his like custom subdomain, and you can now share it with like anyone, and like anyone within organization will be able to use it. So we have seen like within minutes, like you can deploy, and truly people are able to deploy within a minutes. So until now we have seen like why we built this platform. Everyone like can resonate with this problem, and some might have solved different way, but like the problem we know. But now see like why, like how we built it. Like some of the tenets we considered like before building, like, I mean, these are some of the tenets. So first was like zero technical expertise needed. As I said, like it's a purpose built for the non-tech employees. So one of the thing is like all the platform as service available outside, like likes of Vercel and like Supabase and all of these are built pre-AI era. And what they have done is pre-AI era, considering the software engineer as a user in the mind. So it bit has a technical connotation. Still, they have tried to make it easy, but still not like completely usable. Versus we build a custom build the console where all the technical complexity we hid behind the console, and no exposure of the technical complexity. Wherever is the technical complexity, we gave the prompt to self-serve it. So I have to just bit fasten it. We are running out of time. So second is completely self-serve, support all types of apps. It can support full-fledged web apps, back-end, front-end. It can support chatbots, Slack bots. It can support scheduled jobs. And fourth is like was very important, like secure and compliant by default. So we knew that the people who are like developing this app doesn't have the technical capability to make those apps secure and compliant by default. So platform takes care of like making them secure and compliant by default. I will not go through like details of how we would get it, but like high level, it's like only VPN level access, isolated stack. It doesn't have access to production services and the production data by default. We have like created like private links and authentication authorization mechanism such that when you need it, like very carefully, you get the credentials which you can get it, and then use the production API or production data. As well as that, it inherits the same security and compliance control as we deployed in the same infrastructure as companies using for the production services. So under the hood, like we are using like open source package, but we packaged and deployed rest of the component architecture such way that it doesn't expose the technical complexity. The Docploy is such package. If you go and check the Docploy on its own term, it is pretty much technical. It cannot be used by the non-engineers. So what has changed is like basically before this platform, there were like only 2 to 3 apps were able to see the light of the CPU, versus after this app was like the platform was live, the more than 40 plus apps went live on the platform without like active engineering bandwidth. Most of the cases there was no person involved, like people were able to self-serve. So like time is almost up. So I will basically, you can like people have built very different type of like apps, from like someone built like pricing engines to some workflow automations, to internal dashboard for the internal reviews, like the business review and weekly or monthly business reviews, as well as the Slack bots and different kind of thing. So this is like the funnel dashboard, which can take, this is like Mixpanel on steroid. It can ask any, this is developed by one of the product manager. You can ask any questions in natural language, and it will generate the dashboard or funnel in real time using the data lake data as well as the production data. This is the catalog transformer, which is like falls in the category of automating your manual ops. Take the Excel sheet data, transform the catalog, and there is a manual workflow for the approval as well, so that you maintain the quality. Then there is a, this is a like bit of like semi-customer facing use case. We have a trips product where basically you take a customer request on their trips planning, and then you send them proposal key what their trips look like, and then someone has built this platform like the app, which takes that requirement, creates beautiful PDF and sends it to the customer before like making confirming their bookings. Copywriter has created push notification bot. You give the context to this bot, and bot will reply with what kind of copy you want to send in the push notification for the customer, contextual to the whatever you are asking for. Yeah, okay, last slide. Okay. So like key takeaways, like basically what we feel is like AI has moved bottleneck from coding to somewhere else, and as an architect and like engineers, our job should be like deliberately finding where these bottlenecks are getting formed, and building platform and solution around, so that you can unlock maximum value of AI inside the organization. And thank you.